YouTube crew, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to double your KD in 2022. Now if you're not familiar with my background, when I first started playing Warzone last May of 2020, I did 0.7 KD when I started, and now I have over a 4 KD on Rebirth. So I want to be sharing some tips with you so that you can start to really improve and take your game to the next level. Now the format for today's videos, I'm going to be rolling some gameplay in the background. We drop a 19 kill win, pretty smooth, pretty clean 19 kill win, while just talking you through kind of 4 major tips that I have. So let's jump into it. Now for tip number 1, and this applies to my beginner players, but really applies to my advanced players as well. My players, and for me, an advanced player is somebody with over, I'll call it a 1.5 KD. And that is to focus on having a plan, keeping UAVs up, using your mini-map to your advantage when you get those kills. And this is an area where I do think my advanced players struggle a lot. And look, having a plan solves 2 major problems. The first is knowing who to push. It's very simple. When you have UAVs up throughout the game, it's very simple to figure out who to push. Where are the easy kills? That's what I'm looking for. That's an easy way to increase and double your KD, is to simply look for the easy kills. Look for players that are out in the open. Look for players that are separated from their squads. Too many times you get caught in a situation where you're pushing a team in a building and there's 4 people in there. You're pushing somewhere and you get 4 stacked by a team. Well, you, in my opinion, are putting yourself in that situation. If you focus on cash flow and keeping UAVs up, now you know there's 4 people in headquarters. Now you know that there's 4 people bottom prison that are super close together. And you can either A, play that a totally different way than you would, or B, just avoid that situation altogether. Really focus on starting to play smarter instead of harder. Instead of trying to play like a super cracked out player, just be smart about the fights you pick and you will double your KD. The second problem that it solves, and I know that a lot of people struggle with this, is lack of awareness. Having a plan and keeping UAVs up really helps with awareness, because instead of roaming around and searching for people based on what you see and what you hear, now all of a sudden we know where people are and we're using the information, the audio and visual cues, to just confirm what we see on the minimap from that UAV. Before we get into tip number 2, now's a good time for me to say that if you are looking to get better at Warzone, or have found this video at all helpful, take a few seconds, make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell turned on down below. I do videos every single day, comprehensive tip videos, gameplay breakdowns, live commentaries, and my whole goal is to simply help you get better at Warzone. I know that it works. I am simply giving you the information that has helped me go from a 0.7 KD player to over a 4, and I know that people have already doubled their KDs with my videos. So take a few seconds, make sure you are subscribed down below. Now for tip number 2, you gotta work on your movement, but you don't need to be Joe the movement king. You simply need to work on some basic movements and focus on becoming more consistent with them.
Baby.
There's really 5 movements that I say you need to become really good at. And let me know if you want me to do a full video on them down below. Slide canceling, strafing, jumping while shooting, jump peeking corners, and shouldering to gain info. And this really applies to my advanced players as well. Slide canceling more and becoming more consistent with it. Consistently hitting shots while strafing and while jumping. Learning how and when to use shouldering to your advantage to gain info. These are very basic movements that are very easy to learn. You don't need to be bunny hopping around corners and slide cancel, drop shotting, stimming to be a great player. It's simply using basic movements to your advantage that's going to allow you to take your game to the next level. Next up, tip number 3, learning. Start to pay attention to why you die and learn from your mistakes. For a while, I was really struggling in close quarter situations, so I knew it was an area that I really need to improve on and strengthen that weakness. For you, are you constantly dying because you're getting 4 stacked? Well, focus on keeping UAVs up and getting out of those situations before they happen. Are you dying because you're missing shots? Work on your aim. Are you dying because you're constantly caught out in the open? Focus on positioning with cover and paying attention to where your cover is and really playing faster if you are out in the open. By paying attention to how we're dying and why we're dying, we can really figure out why we're struggling so much and focus on improving in those areas. If you're really struggling with this one and you're not totally sure why you're dying or the mistakes that you're making, I do offer monthly memberships available down below if you click that join button. A level 3 member gives you a 30-minute private coaching session with me. So we'll hop into a private call. We will break down your gameplay, take a look at the mistakes that you're making, and I'll give you actual tangible takeaway advice so you can start to improve. Last up, we got tip number 4. You have to work on your aim. Yesterday, I did a video on how to improve your aim, so I'll leave that for you at the end of this one as well as in the description. But I don't care if you're a 0.5, a 1.5, or a 2.5 KD player. You have to work on your aim. Being able to consistently hit shots is going to do so much to improve your KD and improve your gameplay. You're going to be winning more 50-50s. You're going to be able to survive more in sweaty lobbies. You're going to be able to down and thirst players before they can get behind cover. All of these things will allow you to get more kills and die less. So those are the kind of the 4 things you need to work on. Have a plan, work on your movement, focus on why you're dying, and really work on your aim. Okay, so we got a little bonus action for you. I'm going to go ahead and break down the rest of this gameplay for you. You just saw me die right there, and look, there's not a whole lot I can do with that. We talk about learning from our mistakes. I pushed in, thought there was one guy. There were 3 players ghosted. There's only so much you can do. So let's go ahead and get into this end game breakdown right here, which is absolutely great. We're still going to end up with 19 kills, and you're going to see how I play this. I see one person across. We got cluster strike coming in. So when we talk about information, we don't really have a whole lot right now flying back in. But right there, I catch a quick glimpse of a guy. We talk about jumping over cover. It's very similar to shouldering, that I jump over that to gain info, and now I know where that person is. Now I know there's one down here. Boom, we're going to get that down, get that thirst, and now I know there's 2 ghosted in the building across. It's a really tough situation with ghosted players because I don't know what level they're on, so I'm not totally sure. What you're about to see is I'm going to wait, I'm going to reload, I'm going to re-peek with the Bren, I'm going to see what I can find. Now I'm going to go ahead and plate up here. I know there's a guy down low from the precision, and I anticipate this guy to peek the same window that the other guy did. That's why I go check there. I don't see him. Now this is where it gets tough because I'm not sure what their play is. I'm not sure. Are they pushing me? I'm trying to use audio cues, but I'm not hearing anything. So I'm just clearing this building. We're going to clear. Now I'm going to go ahead and push across, see what I can find. I hear them, but still not totally sure where they are. I'm not sure where those bullets are, so you're going to see me clear down below. I'm going to clear. I'm going to clear there. Still nothing. So I don't know where these people are. Now we get one finally. We get a live ping on the roof. And this is where stuff starts to evolve here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on that guy. We're going to hit shots there. Boom. We're going to get the thirst. I see one across down, or one in my building down below and one across here. So I'm going to go ahead and plate up. I'm kind of in the corner. I'm okay. There's no rush with gas. There's plenty of time. I'm going to go ahead and reload. So I know there's one in this building. I know there's one across. That's somewhere down below me. I'm going to see what I can find, and this team is hunkered down on the roof. Hunkered down. So I'm trying to see. I know there's people up top, and you're going to see how well covered they have this. I go to play this opposite side, try to be unpredictable, try to take him by surprise. He's got it covered. So we're going to drop back in here. We're going to go ahead and replate. Now I see one down below that ends up taking Hog out. So boom, we're going to get that guy. Now there's 2 down right there. I don't get any thirst. I'm not too concerned about them in terms of, you know, we are in a good spot team-wise in terms of holding rotations. I'm not too concerned about them. So I'm going to go ahead and play this side. I'm just going to let this play. I'm just going to let this play out. Watch how important strafing is here. Strafe right. Strafe left, strafe right. That's where a simple thing like strafing allows you to avoid some damage. And still, you know, we talked about consistency and hitting shots while strafing. I'm still hitting upper torso shots while I am strafing there. So we got 18. We're going to go finish off this last team over here. We don't know where they are, but now we get the information with TCAP with the live ping, which, guys, if you go down, try to get that live ping. Get an easy down. And that's the game right there. There's 19. So I hope you found today's video helpful. Let's double our KDs this year. Let's work really hard on those 4 things. Hitting shots, using movement, you know, learning from our mistakes, and of course, having a plan of action. Hope you find today's video helpful. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.